Welcome everyone to this presentation. I will be going over the application of regression analysis to the Blue Plate Diner new location problem and also provide a plausible solution recommended based on provided facts and calculations. So Blue Plate Diner has identified 5 potential locations, which are Houston, Pearland, Corpus Christi, Spring, and Plano. So these new diner locations have to have high sales, and they also must maximize sales. And this increase in sales will has a potential of growing the company. We have 200 locations that we've compiled data from, and the data includes the monthly sales for these 200 locations, as well as other factors that may affect sales. And the monthly sales are the dependent variable because they change with different variables. They have an effect of changing them. And as you can see on the table that we have on the monthly sales, the average for the 200 locations is 565,351 and 17 cents. And the range, the minimum and maximum range can also be seen on the monthly sales scatter plot. The sales are above 400,000 and they range with above 400,000 up, and the maximum is $718,725.76. And the total of all these sales right here is 113,700,234.44. So this information is going to help us create a model, and this model will help in predicting the expected sales for the 5 potential locations that we just talked about. In addition to collecting the 200 location monthly sales, we have also identified independent variables. So these are the variables that will have an impact on monthly sales. So these variables, when they change, they can either increase sales or decrease them. We've identified percentage target lifestyle cluster. So that's a trade area for the target market. We also have median income, the average income for this location. We also have population per square mile. The higher the population closer to the diner, the more the sales will be predicted to be. Employee turnover rate, the more we have, the higher the turnover rate, the lower the sales will be. So that's something that also affects monthly sales. We also have manager tenure months, and this is the time the manager is in position. So if a manager stays on a position for a longer period of time, they're bound to understand the business better, be able to make historical based decisions, and they'll be able to increase the sales of the diner as well. And brain recognition, the theory is that if we have 100% brain recognition, our sales will be increased tremendously. That's the number of people who are aware of the diner. And advertising budget per month, advertising increases sales because it makes people more aware of the brand. And the competition within 5 miles competition has a negative impact on sales. The more competition we have, the lower the sales will be. So all these variables will have to be included in deciding which new location to open a diner. And these are geographical and environmental aspects that affect sales directly or indirectly. And here we have 8 scatter plots showing each independent variable relationship to monthly sales. And as you can see, the scatter plots, they're ranging between the 400 to the 700, but they have all different target lifestyle number right here. And as you can see on the medium income, the cells are showing the relationship of the cells to the medium income. So the higher the income, that's where most of the cells are ranging. And you can see the relationship of a tenure manager tenure months as well, brand recognition, competitors, advertising, employee turnover, and just these scatter plots, they provide a visual relationship with sales value. And they're also showing the range of the sales from the minimum to maximum sales of the 200 locations that are currently open. So the data we just discussed, the 200 locations, the monthly sales, and the 8 variables for the 200 locations we selected, we incorporate all that information into the regression analysis model. So this model, it incorporates all the independent variables. That is the things that impact sales value. And so we have all the 200 location variables in there. We also have the monthly sales combined in there to pick out, to create a model that shows a relationship of each of the independent variables together, not separately as seen on the previous scatter plots. So this model, it assumes that everything else is remaining constant except for the variables, the independent variables that we've selected. With that said, the p-values that are shown and highlighted on here, they're ranging between 0.00 and 0.01, which shows that we have a 99% to 100% range, and that shows that our model is accurate and it's reliable. Then R square value of 0.73 right here, it's a good amount, so it shows that the data that we had 200 location data, so that's a good number to have in order to create a model that we can use to predict future sales for expected locations. We also have the F ratio of 86.1 right here, which is also a good amount that shows that our data is adequate and reliable. We also have the significance F ratio of 0.00, which shows the room for error, which is 0.00. So whatever information we have right now in creating this model is reliable, and you should be able to apply it to our new location data to predict their future sales. And right here we have the coefficients for each of the independent variables. And as you can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and before we had 8. So we've I've eliminated employee turnover rate because the new locations do not have any employees yet. So we cannot use that independent variable to predict future sales. And we also took out the We also took out the target cluster because it was equivalent to the median income. So it was like a repetition of a variable, which would have made our data inaccurate or unreliable. So these coefficients represent the amount or the value that changes monthly sales. For instance, median income, any increase in the median income will increase sales by 0.22 cents. The population per square mile, every increase in population per square mile will increase sales by $2.18. And the manager tenure months, the higher, the more months the manager stays in this position, the more sales will increase by 4,108 and 33 cents. And brand recognition, if it stays at 100%, we're able to increase our sales by $411,264.44. And the advertising per budget per month, any dollar increase in an advertising, it will increase sales by $3.11. Then competitors within 5 miles, they have a negative impact on the sales. So the more competitors we have within that range, they decrease sales by 3,191.03. So with this information, the regression model has been made. And what we will take from this regression analysis, a regression model, are the coefficients. So these coefficients will allow us to predict the median income for each new location. So we'll use the coefficients to multiply them by the median income for each location to provide expected sales. So right here we have the 5 locations: Houston, Pearland, Corpus Christi, Spring, and Plano. The median income for each location is shown right here. The population per square mile is shown right here as well. The manager tenure months, they're shown right here. And the brand recognition is shown right here. Advertising per month is the same on all, is budgeted to be the same for all the locations. Competition within 5 miles is shown right here. So what we'll do is we'll have the independent variables coefficients from the regression model we just discussed. They will be applied to this data to produce estimated sales. All right, so after applying the coefficients, which are listed right here, coefficient for each independent variable, we might multiply this coefficient by the amount we had for the median income, and this is our total right here. And if we add a total, these totals will be able to have our expected sales amount. For Houston, the expected sales are $625,261.64. Pearland has expected sales of $642,520.72. And Corpus Christi has expected sales of $514, $523.51. Spring has expected sales of $591, $588.53. Plano New has expected sales of $550, $862.40. So we've applied the regression model, which is, in this case, the coefficients. They allow us to predict future expected sales for the new locations. And we have a table just showing only expected sales to take off any random numbers or additional data that we're not using at this point. Is we now have a value that we can compare these five expect potential locations and be able to see which one has will probably provide better sales, maximize sales, and aid to the growth of the company. And on this table, we can see that Pearl and New has 642,520 and 72. So this is the highest. These are the highest expected sales. So Pearl and New will probably be a good location to open a diner. And this graph right here shows that the range, the minimum and maximum value of the expected sales, they are not too far apart. We have Plano, which is at 550, and we have the lowest Corpus Christi at 514, and we have the highest Pearland at 642, 520. With that said, Pearland New has the highest sales value of 642,520 and 72, and the median income of 82,000, which is above new location median. So this table right here shows the median income for 5 of the potential locations. So the median is 71,100, and the median for Pearland is 82,000. So it's way above the median income, which is a good thing. In addition to having the highest estimated sales. In addition, the population per square mile is on the lower side. It's on the lower side for this location, but it has a good value of on other independent variables. For instance, the manager tenure months, Perlin has the highest manager tenure months, so that's a positive outcome as well. Brand recognition for Pearland is 0.60, which is second highest on these 5 locations. And on the competition, Pearland has second lowest competitors within 5 miles. So this makes it a balanced diner location to choose to open. In addition to Pearland being the highest, having the highest expected sales, we also see that the sales range of the current locations, the 200 locations we talked about, is from 417,310 and 49 cents, and the maximum is 718, 725, 76. So the 642 amount for Pearland is within that range, which makes it a good amount. And we also see that the sales for Pearland, they are above the mean of the data set of 200 locations, which was 565. And this is about 100,000 over the average, which is a good amount. In order to have this location thriving, the model we used put everything constant. In order to reach the 642 expected sales or exceed it, we need to manage our employee turnover. So this has a high negative relationship with sales. So even though not applied to the new locations, it is recommended to plan and manage it. We also need to have the maximum positive effect on increase in sales. The brand recognition should be at 100% to maintain this expected maximizing this expected sell amount. And In addition, this new location has fewer competitors of 4 compared to the other 5 potential locations. But these competitors need to be monitored to maintain high sales. In conclusion, Pearland is a good location. Besides having the expected high sales, it also has some positive aspects that we just discussed. And this is the recommended location for the new outlet using the regression model analysis.